welcome to episode 27 of DM Podcast. I can't believe that we're doing episode 27. Pretty cool. Like, now we all look like boiled crap, and it's the evening recording, so it's dark, and it's very pixelated. It's because we don't normally film of an evening, so any background noise with our kids or family, it's one of them. We just couldn't really organise a time during the day like we normally can because we've been busy with the snow and stuff. So yeah, just typically just chatting bubbles, really talking about our day. We're live on YouTube, Dive and Matty, so go check that out and subscribe there for next time we go live. Got a few people chatting already. Got to ask us a few questions and just generally just chit chat. It's not going to be a long one today. We are all goosed, and obviously we'll just a bit more effort next week. We can't be perfect every week, you know what I mean? I don't think we're perfect any week, but you know what I mean? But yeah, well, let's just start the day as we normally start, eh? So let's go to Mick. Sleepy Mick. We got Sleepy Mick today. So we have a couple of different Micks, but today's a Sleepy Mick, but it's allowed to be Sleepy Mick because he's tired. Mark and Mick are always grafting. All right, Liam, what about me, lad? You look like you might have worked today. Matty? Not much. Mick, go on, lad. What have you been up to today, kid?
Nothing really. My bus has been in the garage today.
What's up with it?
Just normal maintenance, to be honest. Got the drop links, ball joints, and track rod ends changed on the front.
And what's that cost you?
160 for the labour, then about 80 quid for the parts. So
that is it. Gotta love the Renaults, haven't you? The hands are so cheap to replace, aren't they?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Three main parts of your suspension, isn't it? Your drop links, your ball joints, and your track rod ends.
Yeah.
It costs 250 quid to get sorted.
Yeah, not bad. But you got a job later on, haven't you? So you haven't worked today, have you, because you're boss, but you got a job later on?
No, I haven't worked. When was my actual last job?
Yesterday, innit? Or was it more?
No, I didn't do. I didn't have a job Monday.
Hold on a minute. You were moaning all day yesterday saying you were knackered. You said, hold on, I ain't done nothing. What's...
You said yesterday we can't film the podcast because you're that busy.
He's not slept for 4 days, apparently.
Yeah, and that was due to the night before, wasn't it?
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, because the snow.
Because the snow kicked in the night before, didn't it? So
yeah,
on Sunday after the match, that's pretty much like Saturday night, 9 till 5, worked. Into Sunday, which I slept till midday. Got up midday, went to the match at 2:00. After the match, I had 3 jobs, which was one straight after the match up to Manchester. To shoot back down, get another one. Sorry, no, one after the match, then bring one back, which was a back-to-back. Then I had to go back up at 2:00 in the morning.
I'm just saying, have you had problems
more? Get home until Monday, like 5:30. I got into bed.
Yeah, you've had a lot of problems with the snow at your company, haven't you?
7 o'clock,
more than driver.
The phone started going nuts over all the other jobs that have been given out to the lads. Oh, then we're changing here, we're changing this, we're doing this, and we're delayed here, and we're delayed there. Drivers falling over on the snow and passing jobs back to me, and
I heard about that one. He tripped over and sprained his ankle or something, couldn't work, could he?
You tried to do yours as well, and hey, you're told, didn't you?
I had a job this morning and I've sent a video to Mick of me slipping in the front driveway going, well, lad, I get on that in a sec. Mark, what have you been up to today, kid?
Just the one job down to Heathrow and back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Any Uber?
No. Didn't have time.
Yeah.
Tried to, but the wife wanted me home, so I couldn't. Had to be home for 3.
Did you? Not too bad. Yeah, what you got today? So I've had a maid with the snow anyway. The snow was causing pure aggro. I have jobs and that. But today I had a job from 9:30 to Manchester Airport. right? And I got in for 10, and I had to land at 9:30. What a mix! And they landed at 9:30. I got there for 10, and he got in my car. It was a 12:30 or 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
And he landed in the snow, and then he just got left on the plane for 2.5 hours, and then they got left on the plane for 2.5 hours, and then he come out and got the bags and everything else. And literally, mate, honestly, I was at the airport for like 3.5 hours, 4 hours.
Yeah, I don't know. The
I
lad who
hate the
done the
snow.
training, you know,
And I hope it's gone.
he was a little bit quicker than you. One landed
Who?
at he was a lad who's similar to you. It was scheduled 8 o'clock, but didn't land till 9:15. But he must have been just in like three flights in front of you.
You got through.
He dropped off 12:30.
Yes, you got, mate. It was flipping. It's just a joke. I hope if I wake up in the morning and it's snowing, I'm going to be like fuming, like proper fuming. Yeah, it's good to comment there quick, Johnny. You look like you might have worked today, Matty. Yeah, Liam. Busy the snow marksman building snowmen again. Even fellow humans. First bit of Matty's done since New Year. Sounds about right, Raf. Hello, Ben. You're right. He's been on a flight to Australia. That's why he's tired. Have you been any flying, Mick?
No, I haven't. I haven't been playing any games.
No.
Anytime I've been home, you know what I've been watching? Believe it or not, The Bill.
The Bill.
Stop it.
The Bill?
The original Bill.
I used to love watching that.
Isn't
Just
that it?
like I come home I think it was the other morning, and you know where you just like stupid o'clock in the morning, and it was on Channel
Big
Gold,
Bill,
and I was
boss.
like,
Read the Bill
"Oh,
is
Mr.
boss.
Bill," you know. And then they ended up going back on demand and catch up and starting from series 19 on it.
Mate, it's brilliant. Same as the one in the Yorkshire one, where they were busies. That was boss.
Which one was
Heartbeat.
that?
Heartbeat.
Yeah.
Heartbeat with green grass, mate.
Go on. You gonna sing it?
No. Forgot where I was then.
Heartbeat. Dun, 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 dun,
Who's your
dun,
favourite
dun.
character in The Bill, then?
Oh, I can't remember the Bill now. I used to watch him.
Burnside.
Burnside.
Inside.
Show
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you know, man.
CID, you're a crooker's olting.
Was he?
Showing you age.
Isn't he in so shoes? Just like shoes, just like close-up shoes, walking on the pavement.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you-
Mate, this is
do you-
going back flipping 20 odd years. This
Do
even
you know
longer,
what?
probably.
Do you know what were better? London's Burning.
That was good. Was that the fire engine show?
Yeah, that's why it's called London's Burning.
Yeah, but it's been something else, couldn't it? It was a good show, though. It was a good show. Mick, how much did you make Saturday 9 p.m. till 5 a.m.? Was it busy with the snow coming down as well?
No, it was terrible. I only stayed out because my missus finished at 5 o'clock, otherwise I would have been home at midnight.
Was it that bad Saturday night?
Honestly, mate, I think I was on about £10 an hour.
Wow.
No, you went minibus on a Saturday night. Surely not.
Yeah, everyone. I think everyone. The Friday was well better. Let me put it that way. So I think personally, because of the weather warning and everyone knew what was coming, no one went out.
Everyone went out on the Friday and avoided the Saturday.
The Friday was quality. I done the same shift on the Friday, and I think I done about 2:20. I think.
Sound that early, innit?
Friday night, and honestly, I think I just scraped it, son, on that one. And I finished. I was sitting. I was that bored. I was sitting in Mackey's having a coffee at 4:30, 3:30, waiting for her to finish work.
Remember that the Sunday morning?
Sunday morning, yeah.
Madness. Because obviously the snow has made things crazy, haven't it? In the morning rushes.
Sitting in the dock, Mackey's docks, looking out onto the strand. Oh, just the snow falling and everything, and just wishing my life away, having a coffee. Past 3 in the morning.
Hey, do you know what though, the snow? Hey, Mark, have you noticed that? Have you done much Uber in the snow in Sheffield, mate? Because like the snow has caused some major surges, haven't it? Because people say the surge is crap these days, but there's a limit where the surge goes stupid. And I've seen some like 23 quid for a mile and like 30 quid for 5 mile and stuff like that. And obviously with you as well, you've got an issue with the snow because you've got to go. Your local drop off really is Manchester Airport, isn't it? And you've got to go. Is it Snake Woodhead and all that?
Snake, Woodhead, Winnets. Yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare.
Winnets.
Have you ever been through Winnets?
No, it's just more the fact that his hair's on your bum all, innit?
What?
Have you heard the term, Winnets?
Yeah,
hair's on your bum all. Honestly, it's a fact.
No, is that a Scouse thing?
I don't know, actually. Mick, have you heard the Winnets before?
Yeah, I think so.
Have you? Yeah, hair's on your bum all. So that's what made me giggle. Sorry, bit immature, bit tired, aren't we? It's been a long day. Spent about 7 years at the airport today.
It's been a nightmare getting across. It's been a nightmare getting across to Manchester. Went down to East Midlands on Sunday morning. Normally takes about 45, 50 minutes down there. So probably about just short of 2 hours to get down there and back. It took me just over 4 hours.
I've seen a few times that Snake Pass is shut, isn't it?
Yes.
Last 2 days.
Yeah, and Woodhead.
Last 2 days.
Woodhead only opened again about, I don't know, midday today. And it's been shut for 2 days.
So what's the only other way to get to Manny then? Just down Winnets?
You can try Winnets, or you can go as though you're going to go towards Woodhead, and you go straight on up through Home Firth, where they filmed Last of the Summer Wine, around that way.
Yeah.
Go up over the top.
Yeah. You seen it? You shared your map the other day, didn't you? It's like added miles on your job, though, isn't it?
Yeah. It took me about just over 2 hours, about 2 hours 20 minutes to get there, I think. When it normally takes about an hour and 50, about an extra hour on top. Only because I was doing about 20 mile an hour, holding on for dear life, so it wouldn't go off the.
Martin said it went 8 up Sunday morning. Is that our Martin? I can't tell if it's our Martin. Is it North East Martin? But yeah, he said it gone mad. Like the snow, like this morning, I seen a few jobs, and it was just stupid. The prices coming through. Do you know what I mean? Like if it snows tonight, I've said from day dot I'm not working it, but I've actually been working it on normal airport runs. Do you know what I mean? Where some of the jobs, I reckon I could drive a mile up the road and get 20 quid. You know, if you just proper heavy cherry picker. But I probably still won't. I want to go to the gym. My diet started on Monday, and I still haven't been to the gym, and I still haven't been boxing, and I need it in my life. I haven't been for 3 weeks now, and I feel like I've lost my left leg. Yeah, Jamie's laughing at Winnets. I thought it was a thing.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Have you got any more snow tonight then?
What's the prices increased on it, with the snow?
Oh, mate. Who's in our group? Andy. I think he done a job like 19 quid, like 2 mile. I seen one circling, it was 23 quid for 0.8 mile.
I'm going to say that Andrew, didn't he put one on earlier? 26 quid going 3.8 mile.
Yeah. It was crazy this morning. But like I said, it's only like 8 p.m. Do you know, like the really peak rush where the surge is anyway, normally? It's like that, but cheap. But like I said, it's risky though, because she went to do the schooling this morning with the kids, and she was out the house for an hour, and she moved a mile away from the house, and she ended up coming back with the kids. It was just that icy, that slippy, and the traffic was that bad. She couldn't even get off our estate, really.
It's the thing.
Yeah, I've just put £32 priority. Hey, £32 priority for 0.6 miles.
Now. You'd walk it, wouldn't you?
Oh, mate, if it popped up 50 quid, I'd be like, 500 yards, 600 yards, walk 100%. Yeah, Martin, done 5 hours, cleared 245. Jamie, I've done 450 Monday and Tuesday, 20 hours. Jamie, where'd you work, mate? Liverpool, mate? If you understood Winnets, I reckon he's from Liverpool. Yeah, it's got to be Liverpool. You understood Winnets. I'm sure, is Winnets a Liverpool thing then? Must be. But yeah, honestly, with the snow. Go on.
I was going to say, talking about Uber, I don't know if you saw that thing I put on the chat thing earlier. Uber seemed to be, especially in Sheffield, have been giving you incentives to go at certain times, like giving you an extra, I don't know, £2 a job. And one's come up today for tomorrow, 8, 10. So it's in between the rush hour, £4 per job extra.
I'm struggling for cover, maybe then.
What, in Sheffield?
£4 a job between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. or 8 p.m.
8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 10 a.m. Hold on. Can you see
This
that?
is the morning. I reckon they're trying to pull night drivers to work the morning rush, maybe while the snow's been bad. Possibly.
Yeah, why? Yeah. I've not noticed over Uber because I've obviously not done Uber since it's been snowing because I've been doing my privates, but it must have been busy.
I've done Uber since flipping middle of December.
Maybe that's what it is. Not thinking about that there, Mark. It's probably
Drivers not going out.
They've had the drop-in drivers because of the weather.
Yeah, and they're trying to incentivize people out. Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't be bothered going out.
No.
No. Well, I haven't. I had to go out this morning on a note, like I said, a standard airport run. Do you know what I mean? But when it's in my calendar, it gets done. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Jamie was Liverpool. I thought he was because you laughed at minutes.
Yeah, I do me pre-booked work, but I wouldn't just turn normal taxis on.
That's what I mean. That's what I've been doing. Like tomorrow, I'll probably do the school run and go to the gym. I need some flipping. Like that. I'll do the weights, do a bit of cardio, and then just sit in the steam, mate, and just burn my life away. Oh, I love it, you know. Oh, I'm just dreaming now. If you just crack on, I'm just in the steam.
Do you sit in the steam with your mouth open, waiting for someone to come and put something in your mouth? Is it that sort of steam room?
Hey, drop it in, big boy. Oh, don't, man. I'm so tired.
Two teabag.
What?
Look at that. Look at that.
Teabag in the sauna. I love it.
He's done one.
Oh, by the way, do you know?
Go on.
Hey, this is an important subject, right? Because I won't even mark it with it. I marked it, right? This is an important subject, right? Because a lot of people do it. So I've known this has been going on for a while, and a lot of people do it. And some fella caught it and reported to Uber. And it was dead simple way of finding out. And honest God, he's going to get in trouble. So a lot of night drivers, I don't know if you're aware of this, will put in a fake sick claim to finish the night. I know personally people do it. So what, just say you worked all night and just before you finish your shift, you got on your way home, you throw in a fake sick claim to your last passenger, you get your 80 quid and you go home, right? Someone went on social media, the articles in DM News, someone went on social media, right? And he said to Uber, I went sick in the taxi. And Uber come back with, we got evidence. And he went, show me the evidence. Uber sent him the pictures the driver sent in. And he searched on Google. and he found the pictures from like 2 years ago on Reddit.
Oh.
Honest to God. And then he went back to Uber and went, hold on a minute, these are on flipping Google. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if he's got, because it's fraud, isn't it, for one? But will licensing get involved? Or I know he's going to get in trouble with Uber. But yeah, honestly, if you don't reverse image search on it and found the images of that we do from Google.
Do you know
what I mean? That's heavy, that, isn't it?
Do you think Uber have gone? Well, I'm sure they would have checked it, but she's actually like, yeah, because they listen to the passengers, don't they, more than anything? So they probably have searched it up and looked at it like.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's right.
This is someone's Google flipping sick in car and has submitted the images with obviously fake receipts. But yeah, that's bad, that, isn't it? Because I know lads have done it in the past to end the night on like a bit of a bonus, you know, a little scam trick. But yeah, I can't believe that happened, you know. No. And yeah, so put on DM News anyway, go check that out.
That's mad.
It is.
God knows what happened. It'd be interesting to actually know what's happened. What was the outcome?
I'd love to know.
I mean?
Hey, if you're watching this, if you're the one who put the sick claim in, do us a favour, get in touch, give us a little message. Did you get banned? You got done for fraud? Let us know.
What? Like, did they get the money back? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether they actually took action.
No, I think on the post, I think they got the money back. The passenger did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously I don't know what happened after that. But I mean, that's naughty, that snidey, innit? Here's the ride share. Is that the ride share professor guy?
Yeah, it's Kevin.
Kevin.
Like you say, it's just the same as robbing someone, that really, isn't it?
That is literally robbing someone. Like, I'd be fuming if I woke up with an 80 quid sick thing and I wasn't
even sick.
Yeah.
Probably had the
Naughty,
best
innit?
conversation with the driver going, come at all.
Selected zone.
No.
Yeah. What he's put there, Kevin, from Rideshare, he's put, is it restricted to student area Sheffield? It's actually Sheffield City Centre and the surrounding areas. So where the student populated is. So it's where the students are for the students. So that's probably what's happening, isn't it? It is.
Right, okay. Yeah. So what they're expecting? Is it just tomorrow, or is it every day for the week, or is it just tomorrow?
It just says 10. So for a job anyway, like just a normal job. So within that, going into
they've done the same in Liverpool for us.
So a £3 or £4 job's going to be £8.
Right, no, it wasn't. I don't know whether it's on like for tomorrow, but I've seen it on Liverpool. It was only like £1 extra, though.
Yeah, I've seen on Liverpool like before and after the footy, Saturday nights, definitely.
Different areas, and like I think it was doing Saturday nights not long ago on Uber between 3 and 5 a.m.
Yeah, I've never seen it during the day, Mick. That's the first time. I work many days, and I've never seen that during the day in Liverpool, like in morning, daytime.
I'm sure there was the other morning.
Was that? Might have missed it. Like I said, I haven't worked much at all this week.
It was restricted. It was like city centre though, like over, like where the map was showing on it. It was down by. It was covering the city centre over into where the casino is and that.
Oh yeah,
around that area.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, it must be that then. So just trying to get, because if you think about it, like if there's not many Sheffield drivers on the evenings or the nights, they see that and then they go, oh, do you know what? I'll work tomorrow daytime tomorrow to get that £4 extra. Do you know what I mean? So it does.
Yeah.
I call it myself, I call it a sage killer. Do you know what I mean? Like if you think about it, I mainly do days. Obviously, I've never chased it anyway. But if they put like a special promo on free jobs for a tenner between the evening times, a lot of day drivers will pull off to do the evenings to work that promo. Because I've done it in the past where I've been on a shift and this promo's come on and the work has died. Is because people have just come from maybe out of area or off their shift to hit the promo. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I just don't think. I think it's a sage killer, mate. To be honest, that's what they've tried to do. So it'd be interesting. Are you doing it tomorrow, Ryan, or what have you got on tomorrow?
Me, yeah. I've got a Manchester in the morning at 6. So I'll be back for half 8. I'll be coming through Sheffield, so I'll probably do a couple. Might get back in
Hit
time.
that promo.
Yeah, I'll see what's what.
This is a good one, by the way. Go on.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Sorry. So Dan's just put, lads, has everything changed in terms of how certain delivery taxi firms declare what you earn, etc.? I don't know if I've asked this correctly. Yeah, so when it comes to HMRC and tax, mate, my accountant normally jumps in, but he must be, it's an evening, isn't it? He's normally sat in the office, probably bored, that's why he comes in. Oh no, it's January, you'll be chocolate, won't he? Yeah, so the HMRC, the tax thing, mate, is, they started reporting now. So, I've seen... What?
It's only for new drivers.
Yeah, and then where next January?
Yeah.
New drivers from when again? What date is it from? From this year, 2024. New drivers, 2024.
Yeah. So if you start to work in Uber before December 2023, then you don't get reported till next
26.
January.
26.
Where this January is getting reported for the previous year. But I'm pretty sure, mate, as well, that tax makes digital incoming. Is that coming in this April? Where everyone is reporting everyone. Like, you just can't get away with it, guys. Like, myself personally, I don't know why anyone would pretend that they're not earning Uber money anyway, because I'm pretty sure they've always kind of reported it and informed them anyway. But anything that goes into your bank, you should be reporting all income, guys, yeah, including tips. But you must be daft to not bloody record income going into your bank. It's all linked, isn't it? You all know anyone can log on and check how much you're earning that just on your bank. Do you know what I mean? So where Uber pays you directly into your bank, you know what I mean? People just go, account, 12k income. Thank you, accountants. Boom. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, make sure you all declare like I do, like Mick and Mark all declare cash, tips, and all income. Thank you, HMRC. But yeah. Listen, I'm not doing a late podcast because my eyes are burning, right? But one of the lads, same again. It's on DM News, yeah. And this is one mad story, and I want to hear your opinions. I don't know if you've read it, right? So one of the lads had a job, Liverpool to Manchester, yeah. I think it was XL or Exec XL, right? Going to Manchester. Now, I can't remember the figures exactly, but I think the passenger paid 100 quid and the Uber driver was getting about 80, as a guess, right? Full articles on DM News, yeah? So what happened was, as he was going on the motorway, there was a crash and he had to skip a junction. Yeah, as you do, go round and added about 3-4 mile onto the journey, right? Uber. Right, also, what I wanted to add is that they know each other. It was a coincidence that they knew each other. Do you know what I mean? Like a random coincidence. So they knew each other on like famous Facebook friends or something. You know what I mean? Friend of a friend. So they knew each other. So this is how we found out the information. So the job adjusted, and Uber charged the customer £50 more, right, for this 2 miles, and give the driver 7.
What?
And the only reason the driver knew is because he knew the passenger, and the passenger contacted him outside of Uber. Lad, I went, that job was 100 quid, and he put it up to 150 because we went round that diversion for a couple of miles. And the Uber driver went, hold on a minute, I only got 7 quid for that. So yeah, so Uber adjusted the price by £50, which is 50% more, and only give the driver 7 quid of it. So the passenger complained to Uber. Uber come back with like the standard bill, and then he complained again. I went, hold on a minute, and he refunded the 50 quid to the customer. The driver kept the 7, but if they never knew each other and the passenger never complained,
Oh.
how naughty is that? 50 quid, and the driver got 7.
But that could happen just without any.
Honestly,
that could be happening without any
no one knows. That's the thing.
diversions or anything. Do you know what I mean? This
That
is
was
the
the thing.
thing
It was
with
just a
Uber.
coincidence that they knew each other.
This is the reason why I've left Uber, because there's no transparency, there's no consistency, and everyone's second guessing now. Oh, that's a little bit cheap. That's a little bit thingy. And now you're second guessing. Well, how much are they taking? Like I don't think I might even be earning less. I don't know, but personally, I think I'm earning more because it feels like I'm earning more since I've gone to Alpha. Do you know what I mean? But the transparency, and then I know exactly what the fare is, and no, it's not playing in your head or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I originally moved because I personally I think you're all right if you're in a car on Uber, but being in an XL, going out midweeks and trying to even through, because I'm trying to do days more than nights now, and then I'm getting more car work than anything, and I'm in a bus. Do you know what I mean? But my bus is paid for. If I go and get a car now, I'm going to be entering into another finance, which is 300-400 quid a month, or a settle for 300 quid a week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I'm in a bus, all I'm paying for, my bus is paid for. I've got all I'm paying is my insurance on my bus. Do you know what I mean? So it's not the end of the world for me. But it's tedious in a bus, even putting the cost aside, everything aside, trying to drag a minibus round, doing £3-4 car jobs is tedious, very tedious.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So, and I just look at the £4 jobs, and I was just ping, £4, £4.
Do you get much minibus work? Or is it just car work, but good price car work?
What's on
Alpha?
Alpha? Believe it or not, more than that I expected. Because my original thought when I worked with Alpha back, I think it was back there 3 years ago, just after COVID. I tried it with them, and then my own private work kicked in, and I didn't work any locals or any general taxis for like two years anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then come back to, obviously when I come back to doing it this year, I went straight into, because Uber was easier to sign on for. You switch the app back on,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
away you go, do you know what I mean? And I tried to stick with Uber, and I just couldn't. It was like I was saying, it was just £3-4 £3-4 jobs, which was just dead tedious, and I couldn't get the motivation to switch Uber's app on. When I signed on for Alpha, and I've done.
Right.
I'm getting up and going to work without an issue.
Are you busy? Are you busy? Are you busy on Alpha? Are you
I think
busy?
it's slower, but better per mile.
Let's be honest. I signed on with them just before New Year, so try and judge that. You can't compare New Year, can you?
The reason why I asked is because I joined up with a local firm September, and I've not done a job yet, and I think it was Friday. Was it Friday? I thought I'd do both, and I think I did one private, one local, and I did about 9 Uber.
And the thing is, right? Go on.
But the reason why I think I only did 1 to 8 or 1 to 9 was because I got more jobs on Uber than obviously I did then private. But the private job was only £5.50, but it only went 1.8 mile, something like that. I can't remember, £6, right? But with Uber, it was a lot busier, but the rates were a lot rubbish. In them 9 jobs, I probably did about £4 jobs.
We talked about this over the holidays, and the fact that Uber has took so many passengers from local companies. Do you know what I mean? Because how busy and cheap they are. Do you know what I mean? But the problem you've got is when drivers aren't accepting the jobs, and the jobs are going ping, 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 and the passengers are waiting half an hour, 40 minutes, they're then going back to local firms who are being a bit more consistent now. Like, you know what I mean? You've got a good chance of getting picked up with the local firm now, because there's just that many Uber drivers aren't picking up the work because the fares are so bad, which is totally acceptable for Uber passengers. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I reckon. I don't know. This is just obviously just chit chat, right? But the way Uber's going and the way it's alienating the drivers and everything else, and it's making passengers harder to be picked up and everything else. What's going to happen? What's going to happen this year? Like, is there going to be big changes? Are the locals going to come back and start fighting back a bit more? Because at least then they're a bit more reliable or consistent. I don't know. Uber's definitely the busiest and the cheapest by a country mile, innit?
Yeah, I think. I mean, Alpha's busy, you know. It's busy enough, but you can. I'd say it's hard to judge. You know, whether they're actually. I'd say Uber's got more custom.
Yeah,
I think they've got I'd say they've got a bigger customer base. To be fair,
just numbers, just volume. Yeah,
youngsters.
But it's the driver numbers as well that make an impact. There's a hell of a lot. Uber have got a hell of a lot more drivers than Alpha.
Yeah.
And because there's less drivers, I think that's the reason why Alpha's.
The thing is, you get people on Uber. They're doing local as well, aren't they?
I think that's. Hey, myself personally, do you know what I reckon would solve it? And people will probably hate me for it, right? But I've said this from ages that I don't think it's worth double lapping with the local firm who hasn't got a cap commission, and Uber who obviously hasn't got a cap at all. I reckon as well, if the local companies could maybe increase their commission as a percentage, but then have the cap the same or a little bit less per week. Do you know what I mean? You know, to focus more on full-time drivers.
Saying that though,
and then the double lappers will calm down, which will make then Alpha or a local company busier for the full-time drivers.
What about?
I think it's the double lappers that kill it for the local drivers who work full-time.
That's what I'm going to say. Because drivers are going out there, they're double lapping because they need to make more money. But if you think about it, if you're doing Uber, you can't do the local job because you can't do 2 jobs at once.
Yeah.
Years ago, about 2 years ago, the local firms, if they found out you were doing Uber, they took the radio off you. Yeah, now they've stopped that. They allow it. Maybe they should go back and say, look,
they can't.
I know they can't. They can't. But there's got.
Why can't they, Matty?
It's part of the self-employment rule. They can't control us who we work for because we are self-employed.
Can't restrict you, can you?
No. It's something to do with the self-employment and where workers' rights and all that.
But
But
isn't there
legally, it's a
but
grey area, but legally, it's like you're
right?
not really. Do you know what I mean?
But what happens? What happens if a council comes out?
Like a company policy thing. It's a
What?
company policy.
Oh.
Surely there's a loophole for them
Yeah,
to
but the thing
say.
is, Mick, you're self-employed. You're not tied to anyone, are you?
No, but
Yeah.
So someone can't. If you're working for me, right? Okay, right. You both got you've got your own firm. Matty's got his what he's got, right?
Yeah.
And just imagine I came to work for both of you, right? And you turn around and said to me, "Well, either work for me or work for him." And I say, "Well, I'm self-employed. I can do what I want."
Yeah.
And then you say, "No, you have to work for me, or I'll take your radio off me." I turn around and say, "Well, what's the incentive for me to stay with you? What are you going to give me?"
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Hey, self-employed is subcontract, and
Yeah.
it's that simple. It's like telling the builder that he can't work on multiple sites, or do you know what I mean? Like
Right,
freelancers. You know, imagine
okay.
freelancer.
I'm going to put a spanner in the works. The companies can't do it. What happens if the council will turn around and say to you, "You can only work for one
Operator.
operator"?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that still some councils still do it, but they're kind of changing the ways. But I think even like I said, I think it's legally you can't tell a self-employed person who you can and cannot work for, and if you do, and then it starts becoming more employment, and then you start going to go down the employment route. Do you know what I mean? So since that court case with Uber, it's all gone up the wall in that sense. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, I do think like imagine if like I don't know a local company went the commission's 50%. But if you do whatever, if you do 500 quid, your commission stopped at 225 quid or 300 quid, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I think local companies should protect
You're breaking
full-time local drivers
straight away if you double up. In all fairness, if you can be a double apper, but you should be coming out and turning one app on and working for one company at one time, not having two apps running back to back. Because how have you got two door signs? You've got to wear a door sign.
No. Legally, it's a bit of a.
Anyone driving around with an Alpha and Uber door sign on at the same time.
You got to switch the magnets on every job, don't you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of taxis in Sheffield. They do. They have like about 2 or 3 on their door.
Yeah,
that's illegal.
It's because the councils have you for it. You're only allowed to display one company sign at the time.
Do you know what I mean? But what you're saying is, see, what I don't think about the double apping thing is if the whole benefit of Alpha is the cap commission. Like Uber driver the other week paid 750 quid in commission in 1 week. If you worked full time next week, Mick, you're paying 120 quid commission or 125 quid commission. That's it, end off. So that's the big benefit of working local. But if you're double apping, then you're losing that benefit. Do you know what I mean? If as soon as you've done 500 quid on Alpha, every penny after that 500 quid is all yours. Or no commission to pay. Every penny is yours. Do you know what I mean? So you spend 2-3 days to hit that commission cap, and then you smash it going forward. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If you're double apping, you're liquidising that benefit.
That's why
I've never done.
That's why
double app Uber and Bolt. Just don't double app a local company and Uber. You might as well just commit to the local company. Do you know what I mean?
Because at the end of the day, you're only harming yourself when you, like you've just said, once you're over that 470, it's 100% all yours. The fare
and really good rates.
That makes a massive difference when you're on a local firm. I'm telling you, because like I said, when I switched from Uber to Alpha after doing Alpha for doing Uber for trying to do Uber for the first few weeks of when I come back to doing normal taxis, I've compared it jumping onto Alpha and I'm getting these £6, £7 car jobs. You take your 25% off that. It probably works out to these £3-4 jobs. Do you know what I mean?
Similar.
What's coming through on Alpha? But then I've said to myself, hang on a minute. I've already earned me 470 quid in the last 2 days. I'm actually getting 6 quid for this job, 7 quid for this job now.
Yeah.
It was them ones on Monday and Tuesday where I was getting charged 3 or 4 quid after the commission. These ones I'm not.
So on Alpha, so is it every job you get, it's 25%, and then when it goes over £500, it's a flat rate of 125 quid?
470 it is, by the way.
Yeah. So as soon as you're 470 quid, you've paid your full commission for that week of 125 quid or whatever it is.
Because the reason why I asked is because obviously our main firm in...
the only thing... Sorry, Mark. I just do want to jump in. They do charge 15 pence a booking as well. But 15 pence is 50, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the reason why I asked, because the main local firm here, well, it was City Taxis, it's Vizu now.
Yeah.
I don't do any work for them. Yeah, I don't do any work for them anymore because I've not done them for about a year now. About a year. Because they've basically tried, I've said it before, they're trying to get rid of part-timers. They want full-time drivers.
Okay, so similar to what we're saying, yeah.
So what they're doing is, but the thing is, the commission is based on how many jobs you do, not how much you do. Not the price, how many jobs you do. So if you do something like, I don't know, so if I did my privates, especially in the summer, and I did Vizu, I don't know, in between like 2 hours a day, I'll probably do 5 jobs a day, 6 jobs a day, probably not even that. Over 5 days, it's 20 jobs. I'll probably end up paying 35, 36%.
So yeah, say quick then, Mark. Tell us the commission structure of Vizu. So what is it? Off the top of your head.
I could probably get it.
It's a stupid way of pricing and settling it.
I think it's something 0 to 11. I think 0 to 11 jobs, it's either 36 or 37%. If you do more than 108 jobs in a week, it goes down to 10%.
Wow.
Or something like that. I could be wrong, but I can find out. I've got it somewhere.
So what over 111 jobs.
Yeah, to get 108, something like that. But it does go
full
down.
time,
Like my neighbour across the road, he does, I don't know, I think he does about 60 odd jobs. He only does it part time, 60 odd jobs a week or something like that. I think he pays about 30%, 28%, between 26 and 30%. So if I did my privates and I went out and did 10 jobs and did 300 quid, I'd have to give them 33%.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's clever. So it means, Mark, that you're not doing that, are you?
No, I'm not doing it now because...
Do you know what I mean? So they are protecting or trying to stop the double lappers. Now, I don't know if it's the right way or the wrong way. Do you know what I mean? But if you think about it, it must be frustrating for like a Vizu full-time driver in Sheffield watching, do you know what I mean, some of his work getting taken by part-time Uber drivers. Like imagine if you're smashing Vizu and you're flying through Vizu, right? And then you got Uber drivers, picking a few jobs off the Uber drivers and vice versa. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's a bit mad that double
So don't get me wrong. If you're doing Vizu full time, Monday to Friday, all right, not this time of year because it's quiet, but to do 108 jobs in a week, what's that?
Yeah.
22 jobs a day. You could quite do that. Could do.
Yeah, it's a 10 hour day if it's busy and you get a little. Yeah, because obviously as well, it stops the cherry pickers as well, doesn't it?
Yep.
Because some people might just sit in the city centre and just wait for the 50, 60, 70 quidders.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do, they've got their system manipulated where they want drivers just to accept every job that comes through and just work to fight towards that cheap commission, don't they? So to be honest, it's a clever business model because it gets rid of the cherry pickers and it gets rid of the part-timers.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what it is. They just want to get rid of the part. They wanted dedicated Vizu all the way along. That's what they want.
Yeah. But the same as like if you look at others, like look at Delta and Liverpool, their commission, right? They actually have zones, and you can pay 25 quid a week commission, and you can only do jobs in that zone. 25 quid a week in commission. We just say like a big large area like Heighton, innit? Really, like east side of Liverpool. You pay them 25 quid and you can only work in that area. If you go out that area, you've got to drive back. But I mean, 25 quid commission's cheap, innit, for a full week's work.
Yeah.
So there's loads of different ways of working it. Do you know what I mean? And different companies and everything else. But I just think, I've always said, if you're going to double app, where there's 2 companies that haven't got a cap commission. Do you know what I mean?
Alpha's got a problem with double appers.
What?
They've got a big issue with... When I was signing on for Alpha, they had a driver in there who had their accounts disabled because of the amount of jobs he'd been offered, accepted, and rejected. So there was like 20 completed jobs in the last 30 days.
So he was
And,
accepting
like,
them and then cancelling them.
500 offered.
But did he accept them though, or did he just let them run out?
No, so he's been offered them
Oh, he's not.
and rejected them. So he was like, I can't remember the exact figures. Just for instance, it was high. It was high numbers offered to him. It was like 400 and something offered to him, but he'd rejected like 380 of them.
Yeah,
Sounds like me on Uber, that.
And only completed like 20 jobs in the last 30 days.
But if you think about it, if you're a local company owner, isn't this example Alpha? You're sat there going, hold a minute, look how many passengers got let down.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? Where Uber doesn't care, they don't look at that type of stuff probably. But like an Alpha's probably going, oh, Betty, she's been using us for 40 years and look, she can't get a taxi and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So in the last few years, the taxis and the private hires just gone nuts, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because even what Live has just put in the comments is, do you reckon it'll get to the point where firms employing drivers on set shifts, or has that been a thing, and top up with self-employment? I think down south in like Cornwall and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure that's what they do. And in certain areas of the country, that's what they do. Do you know what I mean? They just pay the wage.
Do you know what? I know for a fact.
I don't think it'll get to that, but the thing they'll do, right, is probably like what Mark's just offered, seeing him before, do you know what I mean? With the zone getting so much of like intention you're out at certain hours, promotions in these certain hours to get drivers out. Because they had to try and leave it as a self-employment, don't they?
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. No, there's actually definitely some companies in there. There's definitely some companies in there in the UK that pay the drivers a wage. Do you know what I mean? So imagine like a Visu will pay a driver and he'll have a set shift and he'll just go out and accept every job on the platform. He's employed. He's on like £10 to £15 an hour. Employed. He's driving their vehicle. And then you're making sure then that they're smashing the work and get everyone covered. Because you just got to accept every job that comes through. That's part of his employment. And the taxi company's paying them 10, 12, £15 an hour. That could work as well, couldn't it? Do you know what I mean? But then he wouldn't be self-employed. He'd be
employed.
Do you know what I mean? But doing the taxi work, do you know what I mean?
Just to answer Liver's question there, is Alpha work off localised zones? Yeah, it's all zoned, mate. So certain zones that you...
It's not so annoying, mate.
Annoying? Why?
Lad, not worse than... Lad, honest to God, mate, I think that's one of the old style ways of giving work out to so infuriating. Do you know what I mean? Because like there's amounts of times I've worked like Alpha and all that. I think one call had it at one point, but they've changed now. And yeah, you'd like drop off and you'd be in a zone and you go in a queue with like 8, 9 people or something like that, and you see the queue. Do you know what I mean? You're physically queuing for your next job, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? So at least there's got a bit of structure to it. But then when you're queuing for your next job, and I've been like sat there and go, you know what, I need a poo. And you've waited 20 minutes in this queue and you're like 2 of whatever and you need a poo. So you're going to run the Asda, which is in the next zone. And then in the Asda zone, there's 10 people. And you drive in that zone and you're going into bottom of the queue for the poo. Do you get me? And you just left that queue that you've been waiting 25 minutes in because you had to run the shop or run the toilet because it went out that zone. That's what it just annoyed me so much, the zones, you know, with Zonal.
Yeah, but you just ignore the fact that at the end of the day is you get yourself a little home. Like I found myself now, I'm starting to home round Picton Clough.
Yeah.
So you kind of pick a zone to yourself where you've got somewhere to go and have a poo.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I know. Do you know what? I know a few bushies.
Yeah, you cough and you can poo yourself, mate.
I've kind of like found myself home into Picton Clough, and I'll sit off on Picton Clough because the neighbouring zones from Picton Clough are really good as well. And
you can get jobs from there, can't you?
And when you sit at the actual Picton Clough, you can shoot off down to West Derby dead easy. You can shoot up to like Thingy dead easy. You can get into town pretty easy, and you can get down to like Smithdown dead easy through Grant Avenue and stuff. It's It's like a spaghetti junction, the whole of Liverpool.
You could work the zones, couldn't you? You could sit on a border. I had one in Highton. I can't remember specifically where, but I had one where I went in the border of like a busy supermarket, but I was bordering really good zones. So like you said, it's normally if there's no one in that zone, it'll go to you, even though you're in a different zone and stuff because you're a neighbouring zone. So you got to find a really good place, like a good little border in it. But there is pros, like there's pros and cons to the zones. But obviously, I just think when you drop off and you go, oh, who put in our WhatsApp group and he took a screenshot and he was 10 out of 10 on Saturday.
That was Paul.
10 out of what? It was like 11 p.m. wasn't it? Or something like that.
You on it?
And it was 11. It was
terrible on Saturday, mate.
He was 10 out of 10 at the back of the queue. And honestly, God, mate, that must have just took about 40 minutes to go down there.
Well, say no. When I used to do the locals, when you're in town or on the surrounding suburbs, you'll drop off and you'll be in somewhere like a place called Pitsmore, something like that. You'll be 24 or 24.
Got a name in it?
Someone's having a cup of tea.
Yeah. No, what you call it? No, you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. And I think the zones and everything else now, it is a bit of a dying thing, but there is pros and cons about it. But listen, I've just noticed the time anyway. Mick, have you got a little visitor as well, lads? Do you want to call that day anyway now? We're going to call that day for about 45 minutes.
No, you're all right. It's me babysitter who's come, so I can go to bed. I'm got a Birmingham job, haven't I?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, carry on. He was just walking through, making himself a drink, and I just stopped talking and just forgot to mute myself.
Yeah, don't be bad at me. Like I said, I'm calling it day soon anyway because I'm knackered. But yeah, I think the zones. Delta's nearest driver now, but also longest waiting time, which is pretty cool. Isn't it something like that? So like, just say a job comes in, us three are near each other, but a job comes in and it's closest to me, but Mark's been waiting longer. The job will go to Mark because he's been waiting longest.
So they've always worked nearest driver. Delta have always been that way, and the local companies. I mean, there's only so many now. There's only Delta and Alpha rarely now, isn't there? When you think about it, because I don't. Do you know any others now? One call's
on a different one now. One call's on Cloud9 or something like that. It's actually a really good app. I would say One Call's app is probably the closest to Uber.
Oh, you're talking system-wise? Yeah, but Delta's always been a custom one, hasn't it?
Yeah. So Delta's like longest waiting, closest driver.
Yeah.
I think One Call's is literally just like the way Uber works. It actually looks like Uber. And then obviously you got the iCabbies and stuff, which is more zonal. Do you know what I mean? So at least everyone's got their own choice, aren't they? But the problem with like your zonal, you know, where sometimes when I drive around and look for a job or whatever, you're going from the back of the queue, aren't you? Where for something like Delta, you can drive around and get a job still.
You're going to the front of the queue in a lot of them because there's not many drivers. Because there's only certain, like I said to you, most drivers find themselves home into one zone. Hence why Lodge Lane had 10 of them off. But if you would have drove over to Lawrence, I bet you'd have had 3 out. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you can find yourself you have got to work slightly different, but I think if you keep moving, you've got more chance of picking a job up as well.
Because you might drive into a zone where someone books.
But the problem is when it's really quiet and you're driving around and you're just popping through zones and you're thinking this is pointless.
Yeah,
it plays with your head, you know what I mean? But if you can carry on driving around, I do prefer to work zonal.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Well, you say with Alpha's more transparency, and you know how much you're on per hour, you know how much if you look at a job, you know how much that's going to be worth to you. And at least the zonal, you know exactly where you stand, don't you? You pull in the zone and you're 3 of 3, then you're in 2 of 3, so you kind of know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you give me Alpha now, for whatever reason, if I woke up and I was the boss of a big taxi firm now, me personally would have a ring round the car. The way Delta was, basically.
It's not like Delta.
That's what I mean. The way Delta is, really.
Yeah.
That would be the best way to work. But if you say to me now, would you want Uber's way of working or Alpha's way of working. I want Alpha's.
No, I get you. I think because what's good about Deltas, right? There's Mick and there's Mark, right? If the zones cross over slightly, yeah, whoever's been waiting the longest gets a job. I think it's like that kind of works. So it's the closest driver, which is like you said, a little circle around your car, literally mile and a half around your car, driving around. You can drive anywhere, get jobs, whatever. But if there's a conflicting zone, if there's like three people stacked on top of each other, the one who's been waiting the longest for a job gets it next. I think that's definitely the best system. Very quick before we go, Mark, you've worked the local firm, you said?
Yep.
Yeah. What's this? Are they zonal or are they
zones? Virtually the same as what you're on about. Zones.
Is it iCabby?
Yeah.
Yeah, so same as Alpha then, the exact same system, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like well, yeah. But then you get bids. You can bid on it. You can bid on. I don't know if about what your lot can do. Can you bid on it? Can you bid on other zones? Yeah.
Yeah. You can bid on other jobs, yeah.
Yeah, bid screen,
Yeah.
Here we go. Happy days. Well, listen, do you want to call it a day? Because it is 20 to 8 at night. Like, this is like, my bedtime's 9. And I've got to still chop this up, mate, and do all this crap. But I might save that till tomorrow, to be honest. Yeah, thanks again for you two again tuning in. Much appreciated. Let's see. Do us a favour, next week when we're filming, can we make sure that we're all available during the day, because I'm not doing this again.
I haven't even looked at next week's of it, but to be fair.
We'll sort it. It's just the fact that it's my habit. Like, my habit is I do most of my stuff between 5, 6 a.m. till tea time. And then normally my tea time, 5, 6 p.m., I do nothing till bed. Do you know what I mean? So just having to do anything is just kind of like, oh. Do you know what I mean? Live, thank you very much. You just said, nice one, lads. Enjoyed it, as always. Thank you, much appreciated. I do love going live with you. I think you definitely throw in a little bit of dynamics to the actual chit-chat. Like Anthony's just put, Denny's duster has got a built-in commode. Sounds about right. And Anthony put, Anthony's got a poo schedule. He's put, I have a poo in the morning and I'm done. Yeah, that's flipping dedicated. That like a fair play, yeah. Oh yeah, I did quick. Just missed this one. Pay per mile tax. This Labour announcement will be interesting. I don't think it'll happen, mate. I don't think it'll happen.
I can't see it.
I can't see that at all happening. The fact that they've just changed the car tax as well recently for April. All the car tax is changing in April. So why would they change it again? Do you know what I mean? I think that was just like a weird TikTok rumour, that, wasn't it? The pay per mile thing. Do you know what I mean? Because you're just putting businesses straight out of skins, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Some businesses that run on miles. Imagine a wagon and a lorry type. Nah, it's just not going to work, mate. It's not. Well, listen, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. Make sure you check out drivermatty.com as per usual. Obviously, you can listen live on YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, all that.
That's not really professional, is it?
You know what, Mark, you haven't feeling at the moment. Right, 100%. I'm not asked. Hey, this is like the watching the plane, aren't you?
At least you're honest.
It's not good. It's not Good Morning Britain, lad, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's like the sat there watching now, and the paying us flipping 20 quid a month to tune in. Time that. Cheerio, lads, as Rat just said. Nice one, guys. I'm going to end it now. Catch you all later. Love you, bye.